things now, so I kind of hold these ones in high esteem since I have a lot of backup batteries for them. But you got me onto that down at the park one day. Well, anyway, Jeff, good to hear you. This is K1BOB, standing by for the Flyers. This is Kilowatt 1, Bravo Oscar Bravo. The Air Force Flyers Subnet will begin on this frequency on the hour at 1512 minutes. K1BOB. K4YDB, Kilo 4, Yankee Delta Bravo. Charlie, are you there? Good morning, sir. Here, a nice S9 here. Glorious. Hey, are you going to be able to run the net logger today? I mean, the YouTube. Will you be able to run YouTube today? Okay, I'll take another look at it. I'm having difficulty for the last 2 days. I don't know why. I'll try again, Charlie. Thank you for that. I just didn't know if I needed to repeat the question a couple of times. Very good. We'll take a look. Okay, I normally go to that. I don't know if you get it, that circular one that has an old World War II transport in there, and if I click on that, it usually goes to the newest one you have running. And I'm looking. I put in K4YDB live stream a couple of times, and I'm just seeing old stuff. I'll scroll down a little bit further, but I'm not sure what's happening here. We might hear from somebody else today. Very good, Charlie. Thanks for that. K1BOB, standing by.
K1BOB, WA6LJS.
WA6LJS. Well, golly, John, you're very late today. You get your amp on?
Yeah, the amp's on, but I'm not hearing you at all locally. And you're very weak on the SDRs. I don't know what's going on. Over.
Oh, well, I'm putting out close to 1,000 watts. I don't know, John. I've got you, boy, you're in the dirt there about an S2. Normally, you can be up to 15, 20 over. Oh, well, we'll see what happens here. Maybe I'll switch over to, I'll bring Dale's radio up, too, and see how that looks. Well, thanks, John. K1BOB. The propagation seems to be normal for me out east, though.
Yeah, okay, Bob. Yeah, weird conditions because I don't hear anything locally, and hear you on SDR2, but not very strong there. I'll be standing by WA6LJS.
Okay, I've been told SDR4 may be even better, John, though, but at least I'm glad you get me there. We'll see how it goes. Very good. Well, we've had this happen before. It used to happen all the time and then drastically come up. So K1BOB standing by for the net.
WA6LJS, W4PUO. Good morning, John.
Yeah, good morning, Lee. You're coming in nice. W4PUO, WA6LJS. I can't hear Bob at all locally, but I hear him on the SDR2. But you're good. You're better than S9, and so was Charlie on here. But weird conditions today. Over.
Yeah, well, it's strange, John, but almost, I would say 90% of the time I got you at about a 5.7, 5.8, and that's where we are this morning. Very good audio, and I don't see the bad conditions between us ever go much off of that. W4PUO, I'll be standing by for the net.
Yeah, I'm always hearing you. This is the first time in a long time that I haven't been able to hear K1BOB at all locally. Usually he's booming in here, but, well, we'll see what happens. Probably a weird propagation. Let me see if I'm hitting the East Coast. W2WLD, Bill, are you copying WA6LJS?
Yeah, S9 plus, John. Beautiful signal. W2WLD.
Okay, yeah, you too. You're almost 10 over. Weird conditions, because I don't hear the commander. But his location is not skipping right over him. Very good. I'll be standing by. WA6LJS.
Loud and clear in Texas, Bill. W7, W4, S7, excuse me, W4PUO.
Yeah, you're in S9, Lee, W2WLD.
Roger.
K1BOB testing remotely through W5OG. W2WLD, Bill, can you hear this?
Boy, I better be able to, or I need new ears. You're 5 dB over.
Roger, thanks. I'm picking you fine up on my radio. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for that, Bill. K1BOB remote. We're going to start the net up on the hour, 6 minutes.
What a difference, Bob. You're 10 over, WA6LJS.
Okay, well, John, you're the lightest today. I even got my neighbor down the street about 5 miles away booming in here ground wave. So, I don't know, conditions are spooky. Thank you, John. Maybe I'll just see if I can use Dale's radio here maybe all day. K1BOB, standing by for the net.
Yes, K1BOB in Las Cruces. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, and I'm hearing you better on my receiver than Dale's, believe it or not, but I know you're hearing me better. K1BOB.
Yeah, thanks for the report, Bob. W5ABI, standing by for net.
59 in Belleville, Joe, W4PUO.
You're 59 here, Lee, W4PUO, W5ABI.
And W7AJN, good morning, John. This is K1BOB remote, and we'll get you on the list.
Thanks, sir. K1BOB, HSJP, Aeronautical Mobile. Are we copy, Bob? W5PR, still morning, Bob. Got a lot of background noise here, buddy. W6LJS, K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile. Are we copy, John? Yeah, K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile, WA6LJS. Yeah, you're coming in really good, almost 10 over 9. But I can tell by your audio that you're using the iPhone or something, over. Yeah, I'm on the iPhone. I'm not copying Bob. The signal is very weak. I'm going to have to do a short timer, and because we're going to be landing in about half hour. Okay, real good. Yeah, I'm sure Lee's copying me, and he'll put you down for a short timer. Very good, but you're booming in here. I was having trouble hearing Bob on his original rig, but he switched to remote with Dale, and now he's coming in. K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile, WA6LJS, standing by.
WA6LJS, John, you just jumped up to a 15 over from nothing.
Yeah, it's weird conditions. Did you hear K1BOB when he called you? I mean, not BOB, K2SJP Mobile?
Yeah, I'm picking him up better on my radio. He'll probably hear me on my radio. Very good. Conditions have restored. Maybe selectively I'll use Dale's on a few. Thank you, John. Good morning. This is Kilo 1, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, and welcome to the Air Force Flyers Club Net. We normally operate on this frequency every day of the year on 14290. My location is 30 miles plus from Boise in the Idaho West Central Mountains, and I will have used Dale's radio today. If I need it, I think probably most people can hear me. If you can't, I'll give you a call on his radio for a few folks here. so squint your ears and try to hear me. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, from all services air branches. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net. You don't need to necessarily be involved with aviation to check in with us. Glad to have you anyway. If you just tuned in for the first time, you might want to visit our website at www.airforcesflyersclub.org. Our website is airforcesflyersclub.org. Our net format is go once down the initial check-in list, make a second call for check-in list, and go to a 73 route to complete the net. Please try and limit your comments to 2 minutes. Like you got the best war story in the world. This is a directed net. To contact net control, please use the word contact, relay, info, or check-in. We are a national net and scope utilizing stations across the country. We will get you in by hook or by crook. When checking in, though, this is important. Give your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your name, location, and if you need an early out or not, we will get you up towards the top of the list. We are currently on Net Logger. You can see yourself there. You can check in on there. Just check into Air Force Flyers Club net, and you'll instantly be on. I will ask for early checkouts at the end here. I believe we're streaming on YouTube, courtesy of K1BOB. Maybe somebody can tell me along the way here how they're picking it up. I'm just personally having problems getting onto it today. It's probably something here. I don't know what it could be, though. Let's see. With that, I'm going to take check-ins in a moment. But so far, if I mention your name, this is the list as I have it this morning. So if you're on this list that I give you, you don't need to check in. If you're not on this list and you want to be, well, check in at the end of this. K1BOB break. Okay, at the top of the list, we have Don in Longmont, K0ZMC. Morning, Don. Next, we have Bob. He's somewhere flying around Florida. Aeronautical Mobile, that's K2SJP, and you're coming in here fine, Bob. I'm hoping you hear me now. After that, we have Cliff, Uncle Cliff, somewhere roaming around in Texas there. Last spotted at the Amazon warehouse. That's W5TIS. Cliff, good morning again. And after that, we have in Arlington, Texas, Lee, N5BE. Good morning again, sir. And next we have John, another controller and our treasurer admissions officer at WA6LJS in Humboldt, California. Good morning again, John. And after that, we have in Bellevue, Texas, that's Lee, W4PUO. Good morning again, Lee. And next we have James in Bellevue, Texas, KG5PTE. Good morning, James. Next we have our operations officer in Sparks, Nevada, KF7GJO. That is Carl Sparky. Good morning, Sparky. And next we have our vice commander and net controller, W5OG, who's agreed to bring in Don this morning at the top of the list. So thank you for that, Dale. Thank you for the use of your radio if I require it. And after that, we have Charlie, K4YDB, who's running our YouTube live stream. Thanks, Charlie, for all you do with that. After that, we have our executive officer up in Scotia, New York, W2WLD. Good morning, Bill. Next in Las Cruces, we have Joe, W5ABI. Good morning again, Joe. And after that, we have in Corona, that's James, Jim, W6WAY. Good morning, sir. And then we have Brian, net control on Saturdays in San Antonio. His call sign is WB5DRI. And after that, we have Ray clear out in New Jersey from here. That's WD2JJO. Good morning to you, Ray. And after that, we have John in Peoria, Arizona, W7AJN. And, we've got the professor, receive only. That's Bob in Pleasanton, California. Love that name. NX6RG. And after that, we have Texas, San Marcos, KZ5I. KZ5I. That's a short call sign. I like it. Okay, that's the list as I have it this morning. Are there any other check-ins for the Air Force Flyers Club Net? Please come now with your call sign, phonetically, name and location.
Kilo, Quebec 6 Echo.
Okay, all I caught was, I think, the Kilo, Quebec. Could you try again, sir?
Kilo, Quebec 6 Echo.
I've got Kilo, Quebec 6 Echo. Give me your name and location, please.
Roger, it's Mike. KQ6E.
Okay, I think I copied Mike there, and we've got you on the list there. Anthem, Arizona. Okay, well, they should be coming in better. Don't know why. Good. Number 7063. Good to have you with us. King Queen 6 Echo. Mike. Got it. Middle name. Very good. Any other check-ins? K1BOB calling.
WW5ENZ.
Okay, recognize that voice anyway in that radio. WW5ENZ. That's Chief Mike out in Choctaw/Oklahoma City. Good morning, Chief Mike. Any other check-ins? Please come now. And K1BOB for any further check-ins for the Air Force Flyers Club Net, please come now. Call sign, name, and location. Okay, let's go right to left. Let's go to W2WLD. Bill, could you please give a call?
Yeah, welcome, Bob. This is W2WLD, upstate New York, relaying for net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. We're taking check-ins, members or guests. Please call now. All quiet, Bob.
Okay, copy, all quiet. Nothing heard here. Let's go out to WA6LJS. John and Hamul, would you put your big signal out?
Wilco, this is WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Monday morning Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call out. All's quiet out west. Back to net.
Okay, thank you, John. This is K1BOB. Is there anybody that hasn't told me they need to be an early out this morning, or we haven't told them we know you need an early out? Are there any other early outs? Please come now with your call sign. Any other early outs for the Air Force Flyers Club Net this morning? Okay, nothing heard. This is K1BOB. Can anybody tell me if they are picking up the YouTube signals? Anybody seeing me on YouTube?
Yeah, it's up, Bob. W2WLD.
Okay, very good, Bill. Well, I lost the secret to this, I guess. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, well, here's my question for today. Here, as you can see it on the streaming there on YouTube, you might want to look at that. And, excuse me, K1BOB. I've got one question, but a lot of answers. You just need to figure out which one of these is correct. And this regards the Messerschmitt ME-262. It was the world's first operational jet-powered fighter aircraft by the Germans, obviously, during World War II. It was introduced late in the war. It was capable of speeds far exceeding those of propeller-driven planes. making it a revolutionary design at the time. Which of the aircraft or which aircraft listed below was not influenced by the ME-262? Which of the aircraft answers was not influenced or inspired by the ME-262? And here are your answers to choose from. There's a lot of them. Hold on to your belts here. First answer is Alpha, Japan's Nakajima kickoff. Alpha, Japan's Nakajima kickoff. Is it Bravo, the United States P-80 Shooting Star? Is it Bravo, the U.S. P-80 Shooting Star? Is it answer Charlie, the Czechoslovakian Charlie Sierra 92,
checking in with
a CF-92 built in Czechoslovakia? Or is it Delta, the Sukhoi Su-9, the Russian Sukhoi Su-9? That is answer Delta. Or is it answer Echo, the United States F-86 Sabre, the U.S. F-86 Sabre? Or is it answer Foxtrot, the U.S.'s B-47 Stratojet, the B-47 Stratojet? That was answer Foxtrot. Answer Gulf. Is it the British Gloucester Meteor? The British Gloucester Meteor. If you want to answer all of the above, just say all, A-L-L. You don't need to list them all because I didn't give you the choice of I figured I had too many answers already. Does anybody need me to repeat any part of that question or the answers? Okay. Don, I think, had a problem hearing it. Okay, Dale's explaining it to Don. So, he's obviously going to have issues with his limited tools he's got at his disposal. So I'm going to go on to Bob, who's in the, I'm going on to Bob, K2SJP, who's flying out there somewhere in central Florida. So with that, I'm going to go over to Bob, and then we'll try to bring Don up. I think Dale's explaining it to him. Now, you guys are in rough positions, and Bob, I know you couldn't write this all down, so you don't need to answer the question. But take it away, K2SJP. You're up, Bob. Mobile. I'm sorry, Aeronautical Mobile. K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile. Are you there, Bob?
Yeah, Sean. I guess Bob turned it over to me. I'm not copying Bob very well at all. I can just about hear you in there, Bob. We're over 5,500 feet. We're over Silver Springs near Ocala, and we're coming on back to Land O'Lakes now. It looks like we're getting some rain, and we're just going to come on back into Land O'Lakes. You guys might catch us over on Echo Link afterwards. So we'll be listening in on the net in the meantime. K1BOB, this is K2SJP, Aeronautical Mobile.
Okay, K2SJP, this is K1BOB, remote
and copied you about the same on Dale's radio here. You're probably maybe copying me better, but you had quite a bit of noise in there. It's not as quiet as usual times we've heard you there, Bob. I did hear you got a little rain up there, so we'll just say fly safe, and we'll give you a call a little bit later. Well, you might have landed by then. I don't know. But, Bob, thanks for making the effort to keep your hands full there while you're hands flying and talking on your iPhone. So very good, Bob. We'll give you a pass on that question there. And next, I think, I may switch it over to Dale here. I think he was able to tell Don the questions today. So let's see. He's going to have to hear his own radio on something else. So, Dale, W5OG, would you please bring in K0ZNC?
Yeah, we'll do, Bob. K0ZNC, go ahead, Don. I'll bring you in, W5OG.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Bob, for running with that. And Dale for doing the tunnel casting. I appreciate it. Boy, the SDR, at least Utah 2, is really, really noisy this morning. With Dale relaying the question, it's still not clear to me. I'm going to make a guess that the question. I had no idea what it was, but I think I heard all of the above. So I'm going to throw out all of the above for an answer. Well, that's a good morning to everyone. K0.
That breakup is here with my Echo Link, and I apologize. There he is.
Longmont, Colorado. I got a really nice day. It's currently 41 degrees, and it's going to get up into rain.
Okay, Dale, I caught most of that.
I lost him.
He's not coming through there. So let me give it one more try here. So I hear you out there.
So with K1BOB W5OG, this is K0ZNC.
Yeah, W5OG, and I did have a lot of packet loss or something here going on. I apologize about that, Don. And back to net, W5OG.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Dale, for bringing Don. And got most all that. And we definitely have his answer as all of the above. Very good, Don. Good answer. Let's see. Next, we're going to go out to Uncle Cliff. W5PIX. Good morning again, Cliff. You're up for the Flyers.
Well, good morning, Commander. This is Whiskey by Papa India X-Ray Mobile, and we are sitting here in San Marcos, Texas. I've got our Amazon load on here, but I said I'm going to sit still. That way we don't disturb everything. And, well, I'm going to go with all off-throw, because I really don't know, but anyways, all sound like a good idea. And started this morning out at 27 degrees. It is now 57, and we're supposed to go up to 70 degrees. So, got a long sleeve shirt on now, but we will be putting a t-shirt on later. But anyways, we'll pass it back to you, Commander, and be riding along. We're going to be heading up there north of Dallas again. So this W5PIX back to KB1, y'all, my goodness, I'm having a brain seizure. Over to you, Commander, W5PIX.
Okay, thank you very much, Uncle Cliff. You're getting in a little late here, but we've got you down for all of the above. Another all of the above. Very good. Well, next, let's go out to Lee in Arlington, Texas. N5BE. What do you think, Lee?
K1BOB N5BE. I love this question. Wow. I'm just going to cut to the chase here. My belief is that the P80 and the Meteor were on two different design paths, concurrent with the ME-262, so that the ME-262 did not influence either of those airplanes, I believe, because of the separate, distinct design paths, and we had very little knowledge of the ME-262 relative to its real capabilities and design point until after the war. And both the Meteor and the P-80 had been fielded before the war ended. So it's interesting the Nakajima airplane there. Boy, say that nomenclature fast. See where that gets you. Yeah, that plane's a close copy of the 262, isn't it? At least visually it is. So I'm going to go with Bravo and Golf. Bravo and Golf is my answer. Yeah, I don't believe those two airplanes were influenced at all. I believe all the others were, however, from one particular design point. I think we know what that is. K1BOB N5BE.
Okay, Lee, very good. Your signal popped up also. Got you down for, let's see what that would be. A Bravo and Golf. The P-80 and the British Gloucester Meteor were not considered, did not consider the 262 in their inspiration or development. So very good, Lee. Got you down for a Brigadier General there. Very good. You could have been one. Okay, next let's go out to John and Hamul, WA6LJS, who's got family gone now, and he can sigh a bit of relief. Not have to cook as much, perhaps. John, you're up.
Yeah, that's for sure, Bob. K1BOB in the group. This is WA6LJS. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's been kind of quiet around here for sure. But boy, I tell you one thing I've learned. I'm never going to fly American Airlines. They had more trouble with their flight. The connection points, they missed them on the way out here, had to spend a day in a hotel, and on the way home, they missed the same thing. These connecting flights are just too close together. If the plane is late to the gate, they don't hold the connecting flight like they should. So they spent another night on the way home in a hotel, and then when they got in the morning, the ticket agents lost their boarding information, and they had all kinds of problems. So that's everybody screws up nowadays. It's outrageous. Anyway, it's only 49 degrees out here, but we got clear blue skies, plenty of sun, and interesting conditions this morning, Bob. I couldn't hear you at all locally, and very, very weak on the SDR, but now I think you're back on your rig, and you're booming in here again. So, and the same with Joe. I couldn't hear Joe at all locally for some reason when he was checking in there. Anyway, answer the question. I'm going to go with Golf, the Gloucester Meteor. Put me down for G for the Gloucester, and that's going to be my answer. And I may not be in here for the 73 round. I've got a dental appointment coming up this morning, and I'm probably going to have to leave a little early due to traffic. So, but I will say my 73s now. You could try giving me a call, but may not answer. Back to you, Bob. K1BOB, WA6LJS.
Very good, John. Strong answer here. We've got you down as answer Golf, the Gloucester Meteor. Very good. And we're going to move on, and let's see. Let's go to Lee in Bellevue. W4PUO. Good morning, Lee. You're up for the Flyers.
K1BOB W4PUO. Good morning again, Bob. Well, I don't have my little laptop in the shop this morning, so I'm not looking at live stream from Charlie. But I think if I understand the question, you want to know which aircraft were not engaged by the 262, and I'm going to have to go with the last excellent participant we had in this question, and that's my buddy John out in California. I'm going to go with golf at Gloucester Meteor, and we'll just see how that comes out. Thanks for the net. W4PUO, standing by.
Okay, Lee, very good. We've got another G answer there, and thanks for joining us this morning, Lee. This is K1BOB Air Force Flyers Club Net. Next, let's go out to Belton. KG5 PTE. Good morning, James. You're up.
Well, good morning, Bob. KG5PT here. Well, I wasn't going to be checking into the net this morning. I was supposed to be at a doctor's office visit, and for the fourth time in a row, they've canceled this thing. It was canceled 3 times in a row in 2023. I cannot believe this doctor's called in sick again, supposedly. So I got on the computer and I wrote a message to the patient advocate asking them what's the deal. So we'll see what they answer me. If they don't, I'll be printing that out, and I'll be writing a letter to the director at the VA and see what they say about it. So I don't know. It's just maybe I don't know, coincidence or what. Well, anyway, I turned 61 today, and I don't feel any older, but I don't like celebrating birthdays anymore. I don't like getting older. But what can you do about it? Anyway, wife made me a cake and made me a breakfast this morning, so I appreciate that. So what else? Answer to the question, I don't know. I think I'm just going to follow Leon. Bravo and golf. I'm looking at it on YouTube. I don't know. But I am hearing you, Bob, on the electric radio. Not too well on the ASU here, but you are coming through pretty well on the Utah SDR. So just put me down for B and G, and we'll see if that's right. And Leon's pretty smart out there, so I think I'm going to follow his lead. So with that, I'll turn it back to the net, and I'll be here to the bottom. K1BOB, KG5PT.
Okay, very good, James. So it sounds like you're doing the right thing, writing to the administrator there in that VA hospital. Good on that. That's the right thing to do. Well, it was a long time ago that Trump first kind of fixed that system, so you didn't hear much about it, and it probably went to ruin in 4 years. So maybe it'll bring it to his attention again. I'll get you down for Bravo and golf. We've got 2 mini lemming lines going. And next, let's go out to our operations officer in Sparks. KF7 GJO. Good morning, Carl.
KF7 GJO, you're up, Carl. Is anybody here, Carl? K1BOB.
KF7 GJO, you're up, Sparky. Escape for YDB. Nothing here.
Yeah, nothing here. Well, thank you very much, Charlie, for jumping in there. And, well, we'll just have to move on. You gave me 3 tries. Let's go out to our Vice Commander. That's Dale. W5OG. Thanks for bringing in Don, Dale.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Yeah, you're very welcome. And I do apologize to Don because of the... I have no explanation for the interesting characteristics of Echolink. I don't know why well, anyway, I do have those audio dropouts where I start losing audio packets, and I don't know why that is. And it's especially bad. I should have gotten that pulled out the iPhone, and next time I do it, Bob, I'll use my iPhone instead of the iPad because it seems to be a bit more reliable. But there was some audio loss there that was very apparent with me bringing in Don this morning. I do apologize for that. Anyway, we did the best we could do there, John. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to make sure that I wish James a very happy birthday in his young 60s there. One of the younger members of our group. And you're getting old there, James, but just wait. It gets better, and the birthdays come faster. Let's see. As far as the question, I'm going to go with all. I don't know that certainly the B-47 didn't have any. That was not inspirational for the development of the ME-262. If I understand the question correctly, I don't think that. I just don't think any of those were much of an influence on development of the ME-262. But I maybe you've got something there, Bob, and I'm waiting. Inquiring minds certainly want to know. So we'll stand by for the answer. I'll be here at the bottom this morning if I can help there, Bob. You got a big long list. And you're welcome to use my radio. I think the amplifier will hold together there. Back to you, K1BOB. Good morning, everyone. W5OG.
Okay, Dale. Very good. I was about to bring in the dancing girls there on a couple of those breaks. But, yeah, I understand the fact, Bob. No problem. I've had that happen a couple of times, but not badly. And luckily not when I was patching Don in. So I don't know why there would be a difference between the two devices. I just use the iPhone when I'm on there, and it seems to work pretty well. Sometimes I have to change the what do you call it, the server I go to there, but not too often. So we get you down for all. That means all with the not influenced by the. I'm looking for the aircraft that were not influenced, but you don't think any of them. That's a good answer, and not the first. Okay, next, and by the way, I did bring it up there, Charlie. I got it up so I can see it loud and clear on my YouTube here. Thank you, Charlie, very much for that. And thank you for the help this morning, sir. So let's go to you. K4YDB. Your turn, Charles.
K1BOB, K4YDB. Well, I'm glad you got it working there, Bob. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now, it is 50 degrees here. It's supposed to get up into the mid-50s today. It's not going to be very warm. We've had a light rain pretty much since about midnight. We've got about 0.61 inches the last time I checked. Of rain, and supposed to be clearing off now, and supposed to be nice tomorrow, but the rain's going to come back the day after tomorrow, so we're going to be in and out of rain for the next week or so. It is what it is. Yeah, conditions are pretty good here. I am hearing everybody except for Sparkle. Of course, I didn't hear him at all when he checked in either, so Carl GAJO is the only one I haven't heard. A lot of good strong signals in there. The birthday boy, he's got a real good signal in here, about 10 dB over. Happy birthday, James. And everybody, Bob had a good when he was on your radio. Of course, then when he goes back to his, he's about a 7. So I'm copying him through the net without any problems, really. But as far as the question goes, I don't know. Put me down. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with all. I think just put me down for all. I really don't know. The K1BOB, K4YDB. I am back to net.
Okay, Charlie, put you down for all. I think you said there. Good copy here. You're just about a 9. Just about a 959, Charlie. So thanks again for the live stream YouTube. All right, well, let's go up to Bill in Upper State New York, W2WLD. Bill, sir, you're up.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning, all. Propagation is pretty good today. James, happy birthday, and at 61, you are a mere child, young man. and everything's relative. Charlie said mid 50s and not too warm. I was going to say it's sunny and 52, and it's nice and warm. Bob, great question. A lot of work went into that, I can tell. But I'm pretty sure of golf. But I also think because you put the option for more than one correct answer, I'm going to go with Bravo. So Bravo and golf. Bravo and golf. K1BOB, W2WLD.
Okay, Bill, good signal. Just about an S9. That's real good. So I guess you for golf was a definite, and you added a Bravo. So we've got a Bravo golf special for you there. Thank you, Bill. And took a little thought, but not a lot. It's trying to verify everything, 3 times over. And even when you do that, you find out you might have got one wrong. So, yeah, the question was which design was not inspired, or I didn't say design, that's what I should have said, but I said which aircraft listed were not influenced or inspired by the NE262. So very good. Let's see. Next on the list is W5ABI. That's Joe in the city of Crosses. Good morning, Joe.
K1BOB and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good morning, Bob. Thanks for running the net. Nice day here, sunny, clear blue sky, no wind, and we're not supposed to have any today. We're going to have a high of 71. Went down to 35, and right now it's 41. It's moving up there. Anyhow, I had a message for Don K0ZNC. His friends at the Over the Hill Gang net said hello and hope he's doing fine. So that's my message to Don from them. Anyhow, on the question, I'm going to go with golf. And we'll be here to the bottom. Back to you, K1BOB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, very good. I'm sure Don heard you. If he's still up, his friends from the Over the Hill Gang say hi. I guess that could apply to all of us. Maybe Dale's telling them now. I heard something through my headphones on my iPhone, and get you down for answer golf, Joe, and kindly thank you for that. Okay, next is W6WAY, Jim in Corona, California. Good morning, Jim. You're up for the Flyers, of course, sir. W6WAY. W6WAY, Jim, you're up. Okay, we'll make a note to come back to Jim. He's pretty strong here usually, and I heard him earlier. Let's go down to Brian, San Antonio. WB5DRI. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, good morning, Bob. K1BOB in the net. This is WB5DRI down here in San Antonio. Well, good morning, Bob, and good morning to all the Flyers and to the net. Wow, we got a great Kavu day going on down here. Can't see any clouds looking out the window, and it's nice and sunny, and wow, it's going to be, I think we're already up in the high 50s and going up to about 76 degrees today for the high, so it's going to be another Chamber of Commerce day down here, and I think that winter is on the outs down here for sure. I don't think we're going to have any more cold weather. But the bad part of that is that we haven't gotten any darn rain, and we're about already about over 2.5 inches behind for the year. And boy, the grass is really showing it. I'm going to have to turn on my water sprinkler system, unfortunately, and boy, is that expensive. It gets really costly, but got to do it, I think, or I'm not going to have a lawn.
Anyway, good to be here this morning. Good to hear everybody. Great question there, Bob. I really have no idea, but I'm going to defer to Lee, N5BE. I think he might be onto something. He knows quite a bit about all these aircraft, and I know very little about all these aircraft is where it comes down to. Not what you could put in a thimble, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to go with Bravo and golf and see how that comes out. And I hope everybody has a great day today. And I'll stick around for the 73 round if there is one, Bob. Back to you. Thanks for getting us in there this morning. K1BOB, WB5 DRI, back to net. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Good signal here on my radio, and get you down for a Bravo and a golf. And next, let's go up to WB2 JJO. Ray, I normally hear you in here light. Let's see if you're getting me. WB2 JJO. Ray, you're up, sir.
WB2, yes, K1BOB from WB2JJO. Well, Bob, I sure hope you can hear me this morning. I'm having a rough time hearing you on the Utah SDR, but I'm using K4YDB's audio, and I can hear everybody nicely. And also, everybody sounds pretty good on the electric radio, so we're doing pretty good here today. And thank you very much for your QSL card. I got that on Saturday, and I will answer that question via email. The one you asked me about the relevance of the helicopter. I will answer that via email when I get a chance here. Anyway, we have a beautiful day here, 57 degrees, and it's sunny, and the wind finally subsided, which is a good thing. So hopefully, everybody can hear me all right. Let's see. I definitely want to reach out to James here, 61 years old. God bless you, brother. You're only a kid compared to me. Hi. But happy birthday to you there, James. And getting back to the question there, Mr. Bob, well, I'll tell you what. I am going to put $20 on Bravo and golf. Bravo and golf. I think Lee and Captain Bill there got something going. I don't really know the answers, so I'm going to copy off of their paper and see where my $20 gets me. Hi. So over to you, sir. K1BOB from WB2JJO.
Okay, Ray, very good. You're a 5-5. Copied all that. You're welcome on the QSL card. Responding to your card. It was nice enough to send me. And along with something else. And very good. Yeah, I was curious what that helicopter represented to you there. I know you worked, I think, radio maintenance, didn't you, on Navy ship. So we're going to go. You're going with Blind Faith and the other folks here that are perhaps leading the gang. I don't know. Wouldn't have been my original answer, but I'll explain that. So Bravo Golf. We get you down for a strong Bravo Golf there, putting on the house. Thank you, Ray. Next, we're going to go out to John, W7AJN in Peoria. Good morning again, John. You're up, sir.
K1BOB, W7AJN. Good morning, Bob, and good morning to all the flyers out there on the net. It is a beautiful day here in Peoria. We started off at 50 degrees. We're now at 58, and going up to 81. So not a cloud in the sky. So pretty nice day. I attended the Soldier's Best Friend Appreciation Day on Saturday, and it was a very nice program that they had. They took people around to each of the different types of training that they give, both training to the soldiers who have traumatic brain injuries, who are combat veterans, and then to how they train the dogs, what they train the dogs to do. So very, very interesting, and I'll put some pictures out on send them to John, and he can put them out on the website if you can. Anyway, it was a great time. I gave them the correct check, and they were very appreciative of that. There was quite a few people there representing both themselves and other organizations. So it was quite a nice gathering. On your question, Bob, I'm going to go with Bravo, Foxtrot, and Golf. So BFG, Bravo, Foxtrot, and Golf for my answer, and I'll be here till about K1BOB W7AJN.
Okay, I copied Bravo, Foxtrot, and Golf as your answers, and well, we appreciate you doing a fine job representing us there at the event, and I'm glad you had a good time and you learned something about it. And yeah, send the pictures to John. If you want to send them to Jennifer too, she's probably the one. John will get them to her, but if you send them to Jennifer also, she'll probably add something and maybe a few words about that we gave to and the fact that you attended. I hope I get a picture of you in there. All right, John, thank you. BFG, your answers. Next, let's go to Pleasanton. I guess Bob was not receive only. Let's go to the professor, NX6RG. Good morning, Bob. You're up for the Flyers.
Good morning, Bob. K1BOB. This is NX6RG. Well, good morning to all the Flyers. I opened my email this morning and saw an email from the professor of aerospace studies at my alma mater, Ohio State, and it was announcing a memorial service for Major Terry Bremen. He was the pilot of the CV-22 Osprey that crashed off, in the Sea of Japan a few months ago. And I think the cause of that accident has not officially, I don't think there's closure on that yet. I mean, we all know the CV-22 has had problems in the gearbox, and probably most probable for that particular crash. But this individual is promoted posthumously to major, and from everything that's written about him, he was a pretty outstanding young man. So just sorry to see that one of our alums was in that crash. Anyway, with regard to your question this morning, Bob, I'm definitely going to go with Bravo and Golf. I don't know all these aircraft, so there may be more, but those are the two that I think stand out in my mind as not being influenced by the ME-262 design. You probably could have put the P-59 America's First Jet by Bell, but maybe that would have been too obvious an answer. But anyway, put me down for Bravo and Golf. And I'm going to be one and done, Bob, but I will listen out here. K1BOB, NX6RG.
NX6RG, K1BOB, very good, Bob. Gets you down for a Bravo and a Golf. And, well, that's interesting. You're Professor of Aerospace Studies. When you went through, by golly, I don't put anything out to anybody, but that's a special case, and we definitely had a couple of cadres that had an issue or two, but no death when I was there as Professor of Aerospace Studies at Northern Arizona University. It was a lot of fun, though. It was very meaningful work doing that, and I always remembered my first PAS. He was a good guy. An old colonel from World War II, a tail gunner, believe it or not, and he took care of us like a father and did a lot of neat things with us. He certainly wasn't one of the boys. He was a colonel, but I kept the same relationship with my cadets. so with that, and there's all sorts of rules. I used to go down to the Air University. They They fired the prior two commanders before they put me in up there, and this is my 2 minutes for the day. And so they put me in up there to fix things. We fixed it, had an IG inspection, and it went very, very well. And because I had a good team there, and they knew what they needed to do, and we fired a couple of folks. But they used to invite me down to the Air University, down at Maxwell, to give a speech on how to run a deck. So it was all the brand new captains coming in to work in ROTC. And so I told them how not to go native. Don't go native with those cadets out there in the middle of nowhere at your university or college, and don't become one of them. Don't buddy and that sort of thing. So it was pretty meaningful, and they took it all well. End of story. Next, let's go to Mike in Anthem. King Queen 6 Echo. How's it going with you, Mike? You're up.
K1BOB and the group KQ6E. We'll be back on the air. We've been playing hospital roulette with the X1L for the last week, and obviously haven't been on the air, but we've got her home and trying to get her through all this stuff. It's crazy, but she seems to be doing pretty well today. I may be a one and done this morning. I'll be around for the answer, but I'll kind of pass on the second round. Like John said, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's going to be 77 here in Anthem, and it's spring treating weather. So all the snowbirds are out, all the restaurants are full, and the traffic is up because the snowbirds are in town going to watch spring training. So we'll just kind of deal with it for the next few weeks and see how it goes. But it's always a good time in Arizona. Can't complain at all. On the question, I don't know. I read the question and I think, what is what the definition of is. So I'm just gonna say all the above. I think there's probably some influence on just about everything. But who knows? We'll see what happens. But good question. You made me stop and think. So anyway, good to hear everybody this morning. Everybody else is on daylight time. We stay standard, so we're an hour earlier than normal here. So we'll.
Somebody came in just above us. Maybe if somebody wants to go up there, see it too just above us, and just booms right over you. And then to add to that, the Chinese buzzsaw over the horizon came upon you too. But I think you said all. And well, I'll explain it. I'm not sure if you read it properly. One or more that were not influenced by the ME. Were not influenced by the ME 262. Do you copy, Mike?
Yeah, basically,
Okay, he got calm jammed by over the horizon. I'm going to have to move on here. Let's go to Chief Mike, WW5ENZ. Mike, what do you have to say?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. This is WW5ENZ. Great net so far, Bob. I went to the commissary this morning, and I tried to call in mobile, but I don't know. It wasn't that good of conditions. I could hear Bill in my truck, and I could hear John, and I could hear you, so interesting stuff. Anyway, I paid $8.65 for a dozen eggs. $8.65 for a dozen eggs. And that's at the commissary. I don't know what they're charging in the local markets here. Anyway, so it kind of sucks. As far as the question goes, interesting one. A lot of these aircraft, could be there. And I actually did have B and G, but I guess answer. But no, that's my question. My question's answer is BD. I think everything else pretty much had some influence whatsoever. Yeah, I almost put down another one, a C, and then I realized, well, you know what I realized, Bob. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, and I'll be here to the bottom. So back to you, K1BOB, WW5ENZ.
Okay, Mike, very good. I think I caught all that. And not good on the eggs with the commissary, yeah. Well, I guess they executed all those chickens when they got the disease there. So that is supposedly the reason it's not as much inflation, although that entered into it. But the supply did not meet the demand, so they could push their prices up. Anyway, get you down for Bravo and Gulf there, Mike. No, I couldn't hear you on the mobile. Sometimes I do, though. Over there, I guess you were doing to the base. Kind of miss having a base around, but Mountain Home out here is 60 miles away. It's a sad old mountain home. There's nothing to go out there for, really. Okay, let's see. Next on the list, we have Tim in Dayton, Ohio. WA8 Mike Delta. WA8 Mike Delta. Tim, are you there? You're up for the Flyers. One last time, WA8, Mike Delta. Tim, are you there? Okay, low probability. Let's go to Don in, Meridian, Idaho. Well, someone's going to have to bring him in for me. He's just not far away, 20 miles away. I'm looking for Don. KA7 Tango. KA7 Tango. Don, you're up for the Flyers. Go ahead, sir. Okay, let's try somebody further away. Dale, W5OG. Would you give Mike, Don in Meridian, Idaho? He's just down the road from me. KA7 Tango. Kilo Alpha 7 Tango. Would you try to bring him in?
Okay, KA7T. Don, you're up for the net. W5OG relay. I don't hear him, Bob.
Thank you, Dale. Nothing heard. I suppose I could have used your radio, but I'm taking it easy on myself. Okay, next on the list is receive only. That's Mike. KJ5IAI, who is usually on listen only. Good morning, Mike. And let's see. The others we have tried. Let me go back to James, or Jim, W6WAY in Corona. Jim, W6WAY. Your turn, sir. W6WAY. Jim, are you there?
W6WAY. Jim, you're up for the net. W5OG relay. I don't hear him, Bob.
Nothing heard here. He seems to give a very good signal. Thank you, Dale. Okay, I think that's the end of the list as I have it. I think we tried to get a hold of everybody. Well, there was one more. We didn't get a hold of Sparky. Let me just back up to him. I remember him. KF7GJO. Sparky, are you there? You're up for the Flyers, sir. KF7GJO. You're up for Flyers. Okay, nothing heard. Have I missed anybody on the list this morning? Did I miss anybody on today's list? Please come now with your call. All right, all quiet. Okay, let's go back to the question. I'll just, let me say that question one more time. I tried to be very, very careful on how I explained this. The Messerschmitt NE-262 was the world's first operational jet-powered fighter aircraft. It was introduced late in the war. It was capable of speeds far exceeding those of propeller-driven planes, making it a revolutionary design. Which aircraft listed below were or was not influenced or inspired by the ME-262. I think some of you might have had that backwards. So it was which aircraft listed below were or was, it could be one or more than one, not influenced or inspired by the ME-262. Well, let me try to, I'll just go down in order of the list there. You can see it on Charlie's live stream. Japan's Nakajima Kikka, I hope I have that right. Oh, that was a direct design. They got that from the Germans, and it was used in an unusual way. It was used as a kamikaze jet. It was going to be used as a kamikaze jet, and they only, before the war ended, they only got to make a couple of them, so they really had no impact on the war. Kamikazes in general had a pretty damn good impact, I say that, on the war. I think I heard over 5,000 U.S. troops, in one way or another, were killed, mostly on ships from the kamikaze attack. So that was, that met the criteria of being influenced, certainly, because they got the design from the Germans towards the end of the war. So that was not an answer. So I'm going to relook at the U.S. P-80 Shooting Star. Now, I looked that up here after Lee said that, and because I couldn't find anything on the P-80 Shooting Star. And its design certainly was not inspired in any way from the ME-262, since the P-80 was a single-engine centerline thrust, and the 262 was a dual engines out on the wing. So in that sense, it was designed to counter the ME-262's threat. So it was inspired because they needed a jet that could counter it. So yeah, I'll make that a true. That was one of the answers, and that was one of the answers. Very good. But it was original design, but it was designed just because the ME-262 was out there and taken name. Next break. Next, the Czech Charlie Sierra 92. That was a direct copy that the Czechs did of the aircraft, so they must have got a hold of one and reverse engineered it, as we know the Soviets are very good at doing. So that was not an answer. Delta, the Sukhoi Su-9, yeah, that was heavily influenced by the 262, as well as the U.S. F-86 Sabres jet there. They were both. Actually, the B-47 was also influenced, maybe because of the engines, but on a much bigger frame. So it was influenced, although it did a different job. The Gloucester Meteor was the closest one, which was my primary answer. I accepted Bravo and Golf. So everybody that said Bravo and Golf, you were correct. The British Meteor was the first operational British jet fighter, as many as you know, and the only Allied jet fighter to see combat in World War II. It was inspired by the development of jet propulsion by Frank Whittle's company, Power Jet Limited, and the Gloucester Aircraft Company's collaboration to build a prototype aircraft powered by turbojet, taking the technology up the rungs there. So I don't think that was influenced at all, design or otherwise, by the ME-109. So very good. A lot of you got that there. Lee, I'm going to stick you at the end of the list again next time. I'm going to have to reprimand you there. You're a big influencer, you might say. With that, let's see, looking at the clock, I did reset it, and we got time for a 73 round. So, with that, Dale, if you prepare to bring in Don, K0ZMC, I'd appreciate it, and bring him in as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, let me give it a try here, Don, or Bob, and I've also got a phone call going on, naturally. Maybe I'll quit here shortly. Don, K0ZMC, go ahead. You're up for the 73 round, W5OG.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Dale. K0ZMC know what the message was. I said, did you instruct whoever that was, Bob, on right away, and so I can get that message? I did not find who it was, or I did not hear what the message was. Anyway, this is K1BOB City, Longmont, Colorado. Everybody have a good one. It's 73's Ed Wolf, and I'll be standing by right away, Bob, for if someone wants that message. K0ZNC.
W5OG back to net. I didn't hear the message, so you might have to repeat that there, Bob.
Okay, that was W7AJN wanted to relay. I believe that was, no, it's W5BRI. That was actually Joe, W5ABI in Las Cruces. Just wanted to relay that the Over the Hill gang said, wanted to say hi to Don. I guess he used to be on their net when he had a radio. So that was John, I'm getting mixed up now. W5ABI. That was Joe and Las Cruces. They said the Over the Hill gang just wanted to say hi to Don. They remembered him. If you just relay that, Dale, that would be great. Copy.
Will do, Bob.
Okay,
W5OG.
thank you very much, Dale. Next, let's go to Don. I'm sorry, Bob. K2SJP, maybe you're still there, Bob, in the Aeronautical Mobile. Go ahead, Bob. K2SJP, Bob, you there? Okay, nothing heard. Maybe he landed or he's busy. Let's go to W5TIX. Cliff. Good morning again, Cliff. You're up for the 73. Is he talking?
All right, there, Commander. Pretty sure Whiskey 5 Papa India X-ray 730. Happy birthday, James.
Okay, Clifford, I could barely hear you. I couldn't tell what you were saying there, Clifford, so probably a bad location, but I could hear you earlier. So we'll give Clifford a 73 there out in the mobile. And let's see, not sure what dark blue means. N5BE, Lee, I think you're still there. Good answer. Well done, sir. Lee, you're up for a final.
Yeah, K1BOB N5BE. Yeah, the one design feature that was not shared by the Meteor and the P-80, but was shared by all those other aircraft, was swept wings. We did not understand the value of swept wings, at least not to the detail that the Germans did, and our initial fighters were straight wing airplanes. And so that was to me, that was the defining design feature that separated those aircraft there. So I do have a story about a Fort Worth produced ME-262. I'll save that for another day, Bob. K1BOB N5BE.
Okay, very good, Lee, and I understand the value of sleep. They took it to the extreme. Okay, thank you, Lee. Appreciate you always. Thanks for doing the logger. And next, let's go out to John in Hamul, WA6LJS. John, thank you for all you do. You're up. WA6LJS, John, 73 rounds.
He's checked out in the aim window, Bob.
Oh, okay. I figured. I'm swimming there pretty well. KJ5PCE, James in Belton. Back out to you, James. You're up for the Flyers, 73.
K1BOB, KG5PT. Well, if I got it right, it's because I just follow Leon. And Leon, that was a good explanation of the answer, and I appreciate that. So I just followed your lead on that. I did a little research on that while the net was going on, and that's some good information there about the question of the day. And it makes your brain work. It makes you think on those questions. And I appreciate all the birthday wishes, and everybody have a great day, and I'll catch y'all on Echolink. 7-3s, back to net, KG5PT.
Okay, James, thank you, and 73 to you as well. Let's go out to Dale at W5OG. Thank you for all the help there, Dale. W5OG, you on a phone? I guess you can't answer. Take it. Okay, he's pretty tied up today. K4YDB, Charlie, Cartersville, you're up. Charlie, any final comments? Thanks again for the YouTube. I don't know why I got it up so late, but go ahead, Charlie.
K1BOB, K4YDB. Well, I'm glad you got it fixed because I have no idea because I can't see what you guys are seeing. I think what I can do is I can take one of my computers, but it's still going to be in there. So I need one of you guys send me a computer. I'll keep it off my network and see if it'll work. Anyway, good net today. I did enjoy it. It was an interesting question. So I'll say 7-3s, everybody. Everybody have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. K4YDB, back to net.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. You're one of the stronger S9s this morning, so appreciate all you do, sir. Next, let's go up to Bill, W2WLD. Thank you for the help this morning, Bill. You're up.
No, you're welcome, Bob. Enjoyed it. Thank you. 73 to all the flyers. K1BOB, W2WLD.
Okay, very good, Bill. Good copy here. And next, we're going to go to Joe in Las Cruces, W5ABI. Don was been talking to Dale. You could probably hear it in the background. He was wondering if there's anybody he could respond to on that, and I told him it was his old net. Apparently, he was on. So, Joe, go ahead. W5ABI, your turn.
K1BOB and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good net, Bob. You're coming in real good. 73 to you. Thanks for running the net. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe. Always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us again. And you got my primary answer on that one, so good. But I decided to include Bravo, although it was nothing like the design. So next, let's go to Brian, WB5BRI, San Antonio. You're up, Brian.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB, WB5DRI. Well, great net, Bob. Thanks again for getting us all in there. Enjoyed it very much, and I always learn something about aircraft on this net, and I learned some things this morning, so that's a good thing, and everybody have a great day, and James, I forgot to mention, happy birthday to you, sir. Just a youngster at 62, I think I heard there, so 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good one. WB5DRI, back to net. Good day, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Brian. And I thought I may have heard a check-in. Was there a check-in for the close of the Air Force Flyers? Go ahead, check-in.
K1BOB, W4PU, I'm back now.
Oh, very good. Well, Lee, go ahead and take your turn. W4PUO, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Mother Nature calls inopportune times. W4PUO here, and 7-3s to all the Flyers. Thank you for the really interesting question. I had to puzzle over that one. I think the reason I didn't do a total lemming on Leon is that I wasn't quite sure about that P80, but I think that was a good informative question today, Bob. Thank you very much. 7-3s, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. W4PUO.
Yeah, the P-80 was built as a counter to the German jet, but the design was nothing like it. So very good. And you got a good answer. Here's two answers. Let's see, where were I? Down to Ray out in Petersburg. WB2JJO. Good answer today, Ray. Well done, sir. You're up.
K1BOB from WB2JJO. Well, I'll tell you what there, Bob. I copied from the right people, that's for sure. I copied from Lee and from Chief Phil there. Great question as usual. Like Brian says, you always learn something on this net. It really is a fantastic net. And I was able to hear you about 95% on the electric radio today, which is strange for me, but you know what? It worked out really well. So with that there, sir, have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you further on down the log, as they say. And 73 to all the flyers. K1BOB from WB2JJO. 73 off.
Okay, very good, Ray. Well, we hope to be able to get that hex theme working again, and you'll probably hear me better on that, I think. I've really missed it here for the peak of the winter. It's starting to melt out there. So thank you, Ray, and a 73 to you, sir. Next, let's try John at W7AJN in Peoria. Go ahead, John.
K1BOB W7AJN. Good net, Bob. Appreciate interesting question as well. Learn something here. Happy birthday to James if you're still out there. Happy 61 or 62, whatever it is, birthday. Happy birthday. Don't make it the last one for sure. Don't let the old man in. So this is W7AJN. Backing up control 73 to all the flyers out there.
Okay, John, thank you very much. And don't let the old man in. And when nature calls, you got to respond quickly these days sometimes. So next, let's go to Chief Mike, WW5ENZ. Good answer, Chief.
Okay, K1BOB, WW5ENZ. Yeah, it looks like I'm the last guy on the list today. I mean, considering everyone else is already checked out. But it was great. It was a lot of fun. And I didn't actually copy. I just looked at them and I thought, this makes sense. So it was an interesting question, Bob, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to let it say 73s, everybody, and get on with your day. It's a beautiful one here. Got a lot of sunshine, and we're probably going to get up close to 70 today. So everybody's going to be happy. WW5ENZ, 73, everybody. Back to net.
Okay, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. And the next one's receive only. Then I got a couple I could not get a hold of twice or three times. And let's see. I think Bob, NX6RG. Did you get your 73? Are you still there? Yeah, I guess those guys here. I don't recall some of them, but did I miss anybody today on this final 73 round? Okay, nothing heard here. This is K1BOB. Last chance, anybody out there just listening would like to just say hi. We're going to close the net down here fairly shortly to get off for the Alaska Pacific net that starts up their festivities on the half hour there usually and can tune up on this frequency. So is there anybody else who would like to check in? Just check in, say hi for the Air Force Flyers. Please come now. This is K1BOB calling. Well, nothing heard here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today and being good sports and participating in this question about the end of World War II and technology. So we appreciate your thoughts on that and a lot of good answers. Not an easy question. I elected not to give it to the wife. She would have got it wrong. And with that, I'm going to close down the net and relinquish this frequency for any other amateur use. This is K1BOB closing the net. 73, everybody.